Hey everybody, you know who this person is, right? Here, Sam Smith. This is the Sam Smith that I recognize, and this is his music. Um, but what I'm gonna talk about in a minute is because Sam Smith, you're a good singer, but you're going to do some stuff to get yourself noticed. Continuing my video. Now look at this. Look at this. People. What the hell? Now this is known as a ritual. He's about to go on the stage, and he's gonna go on stage, and he's gonna do the dance, and all red and red. And for me personally, Sam Smith, this is nothing to do with what you're trying to push, but the agenda that you're pushing is a bit crazy. The whole satanic style. This is what, and kids are seeing this, so kids look up to you, and look up to a lot of artists, But this is like you introducing yourself into the Illuminati. Yes, it does. You're bringing yourself into the Illuminati, Sam Smith. Yes, I know you want to sell your soul. You're gonna sell your soul for the fame. Yeah, being that you're from Britain, I don't get it, but you're gonna sell your soul to go and hang. You selling people. Black China. Another person. Look at this. I'm not happy about this. This represents devil. The federals and all this kind of stuff. Yes. I know you're going to jump into the beehive. Yes. Your mom said you don't like her talking about Beyonce. So, Black China, I know you're now inducted into the Illuminati. Yes. Oh, Lord Jesus, man, your mom's going on crazy online. She doesn't like this situation. This is so crazy. But, hey, people need to look at the real, this is the agenda they're pushing. And Black China, disappointed, but, you want to you've got yourself into that situation now, and it's a sad situation to get out. Part 2 of the Illuminati conspiracy. Now, aka, everyone knows Beyonce just literally won 32 Grammys, one night, beat Michael Jackson, the king. Yes. But there is another agenda to this. Now, the two kings and queens right now are these two. These two right here. Now, I love Jay-Z and I love Beyonce. But this is a conspiracy video. This is my opinion. My facts. My opinion. Yes, this is all alleged. This is what I believe. This is my discussion. But I believe. See, Michael Jackson obviously died in 2009. But you can understand, before because obviously you need to pass the baton on. So, my opinion is this. The baton was passed on. And you've got one person that confirms it's been passed on. And it's been passed on. And that is Madonna. She's passing it on. Remember, she was the king and queen. It was Michael and her was the king and queen of, this thing. Then Beyonce mysteriously wins the Grammys. Wins all them Grammys in one night. For an album, that to me was alright, but not that good. In her body of work, this wasn't the best work that she put together. And took some saying like crazy, Everything's all gone craziness because Jay-Z now has to stay home. Yes. Because he go out there and cheat. And he go his hair into locks. And if you look at the performance that Jay-Z did, that's the table. That's the table in the Bible. He's talking like this. The table. He's in the middle, so he's like the God. Yes, the God. This is the Illuminati stuff. This is real. This is real stuff, and I think people don't realize the agenda that's going on with the red and the firing and all the kind of craziness that's going on. You know what I'm saying, people? This is the real thing. And, you know, Michael Jackson gone, but this is probably going to go on for another, at least, just to get rid of the gender and this kind of like disponge Michael's career. That's what they're trying to do. But you can't spawn the king. And yes, she may be the queen right now, but there'll be another.
Conspiracy parts for Blac Chyna.
Investments to do.
This is conspiracy part 4, people. And, you know, I used to see the receipts that Mrs. Blac Chyna mom says. But all this is all added up. It's all to do with the Hollywood, the whole Hollywood of success of fame, the whole thing that's going on in the industry, you know. And it's all craziness, it's all madness, and it's all crazy situations that be happening, and it's all crazy. Listen, the realness of this situation is this: she sold her soul, and you know, I fear for her kids, and the kids will feel it kind of the most if anything happens to Chyna. Lord knows if it happens to Chyna, or you know, because you know Blac Chyna's mom, Tokyo, don't want to be in that mess. I don't blame her, you know what I'm saying? She don't want to be in that mess. This is a real Hollywood story, real hood story. Yep, people. So, yes, if you want any more of this content, let me know. But this is part 4 of my conspiracy. Part 5, yeah, is going to be even depth. But yeah, part 5 will be the next level because I will be talking about the Carters. Yes, the Carters, people. Specifically Jay-Z, the head of it all. So if you like this TikTok, subscribe for more content on serious conspiracy theories stuff. Yeah. I didn't really want to do this, but I have to do this, you see. This is part 5 of conspiracy theories. And I have to call it the Carters. I have to, because the Carters are the kings right now. And the reason why they're the kings right now, it has been set in motion from years and years ago that this would happen. This was predicted years ago. Now, at the time, Beyonce, before she met Jay-Z, yes, people, she was nice and 18. And allegedly, this is all news that's allegedly just been coming out. And, you know, Jaguar Wright, allegedly, she sang with, obviously, Jay-Z on Unplugged. Now, so a lot of people don't really know these things, and so things come out, and people start talking in the industry. Bodyguards start talking, coming out. This uncle, he's come out. A lot of these people be coming out and speaking, industry people, about the Carters. What's going on in the house? And the reason why Jay-Z, in a sense, hasn't done any touring for a minute, because he was cheating in a conspiracy way. AKA, that's why Rihanna didn't have him sing. He was at the place as well, which is odd. He was there at the halftime, but she didn't have him on stage. Why is that? Because he slept with Rihanna when she was 18, 19. Same kind of time when he met Beyonce when she was that age. It's all madness, but it's all real and it's all truth. It's all happened. Everything I'm saying is alleged. But that's why you have to understand the emotion was insetting from when he was originally with baby girl Aaliyah. Then Aaliyah left him and got with Dame. And Jay-Z started getting salty. So what he did was take his money, got his money out of that Rockefeller thing to start his business and become a billionaire. To become a billionaire, you have to make wife. But this is part 1 of part 5, and part 2 will be dropping as soon as possible. Peace and love. I will be going live soon as well. Safe. Welcome back to Conspiracy
Part of the
7.
segment.
This one is based on Adam
Smith.
Smith and the whole situation. And I gotta go, basically, this is to go to the Brit Awards. So yes, we continuing on. Now look at this suit that he's wearing. Now obviously, when he was in LA, you know what I'm saying? This is all happening all the same weekend. You know, this is happening. Everything's happening the same weekend. This man's come back home, and he's dressed up in. Look at this. Look at the suit he's dressed up in. Yes, this nice little kind of suit. A bit like what Black China had on. He is like having different kind of things. One point he's looking like a comedian, but this is not a roasting thing. This is a serious thing. He is inducting himself into the real Illuminati situation. Yes, he's a part of it now. He's accepted it all. He's wearing the whole Buffett kind of thing. A bit like what China had on. Think about it, people. Come on. China had the same thing on. Now Sam Smith's got the same thing on. At the Brit Awards. 2023. People, look at the gender trying to push. Now, he's saying it's all about this non-binary thing. How? No. It's nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with your sexuality. Nothing to do with none of that. It's to do with the Illuminati. He is now basically inducting himself into the system. And this is what he has to do. Put some of these things on to pretend to be someone else when you know what you're doing is wrong. But you've signed that thing, and the aim is for him to get to the stars. Dress like this so he can be close to the Beyonce. You'll see in a couple of years' time, or maybe in a couple of months' time, he'll be working with Beyonce. Yes. Or Jay-Z. But more so Beyonce. They're going to be attractive with Sam and them together. Yes. This is Conspiracy Part 8. And this is the Carters, AKK. This is about the brunch, the Rock Nation brunch of 2023. You know, you have a lot of people that go to these brunches. And basically, people, here we are. They literally go there, and people like DJ Kelly, all these other people, you know, they have to go there and kiss the ring. Yes. Suck at themselves. This is the brunch from last year. Trying to find a picture for this year it's been hard, but you know what I mean, trying to look online. But you can't really find much people, but most of the celebrities that are there, you know, are sworn to take the oath. Look, him, he's been there, showed up there. You know what I mean? A lot of these people turn up to these brunches, and they have to turn up to these brunches because the Carters are the head of it right now. See, before, you know, you had other people who came out and spoke about this situation going on. Really, you know what I mean? And the reasons now these two are the Queen and King is because they have to move the on and keep the same flow going each time. Eventually, something's going to happen. And these two got together really as a business. This isn't a marriage, this is a business relationship. Yes, it is. That's what it is. So that's why, in a sense, she had to get a grip on it, with Lemonade. She did that album, and after she did that album, it went crazy. But people don't realise, aka, this was a song in motion. From when Michael Jackson came out and spoke out about Sony, which we're going to get into that in the next episode coming up. But also, that's why, they have to get rid of him to replace to where we are now. Look at these two are they're in the running thing right now. So anyhow, this is end for the minute. But we're going on into episode 9, and that will be the next episode. And that one will be about Michael Jackson and the whole situation. Also, people, that's what we'll do. Yeah, man. So we're switching up the content on this channel this year. Yeah. Oh yeah. Please subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit all the things, favorites, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I'm going to be doing long length videos about this situation. Boom. Wow, people. Welcome to Conspiracy Part 9. And I gotta go back in time for this one. Back in time. Now, this is after the situation with Solange and Jay-Z. The kick. Yes, the fight. Yes. That's Solange's man right there, so. She's still with him right now, I think. At the time, she was with him. And she has a son with him now. But, yes, there was in the elevator, as you know. And everything went on craziness and all this. Because one of the girls, Jay-Z allegedly cheated with, was at the party. Yes, the girl with the good hair. That's why Beyonce did Lemonade, the album. But this is all set in motion. See, that party, there was good people there, But they was all there. This was a party, like, if you've been thinking before, you gotta go think about before they had the brunches and all this. This is before the brunches, because he didn't start the brunches until later on. After this party, they started their own brunches, and that's when everything kind of set in motion to where we are now, to the future. Because at that brunch, I think it was the girl behind and the one in the white hair. She was one of the ones that allegedly came over, spoke to Jay-Z, and literally she was the one that had a relationship with him prior, at the same time when he was with Beyonce when she was 18 years of age. This is all craziness, but this is stuff that's been going on. A lot of stuff is going on in the industry. A lot of things happen in the industry, parties that we don't see, but you see the aftermath and the reason why Solange hardly probably goes around the sister right now. A sister keeps us distance from the sister, really. We see them as much together and pictures as you used to. And why is that? Because Solange ain't with that mess. She's with the real, and she's seen the real, what was going on at that time. That's why she swung on Jay. Yes. She swung on Sean. Yes. Sean, this isn't right. You should be messing around in the industry with these women. But, learn. But if you like this video, keep listening. Conspiracy Part 9. Safe.
Seeing her in that dress.
This is Conspiracy Part 10, people. Lord God. Yeah, Blac Chyna, his mom. And I had to come up with this one because I think this one is a serious thing. And as she goes on, my mom goes on and says how, we're church family, we're you know, our family's a Christian family and stuff like this. And she go on in the video, like, it's real. This is a serious thing. This music industry is not no joke. And I want you to check your soul. And she's realized, because she, in the video, she cries and she realizes she lost her daughter to the music business, to the industry, because she's now given up her soul. And Tokyo Tony goes on to say, she said, you can't trust these people, you know. Tokyo Tony says to, and she says, and she starts talking about cussing Beyonce, and she literally cussed her mum down on the phone and said, you can't do, you know what I mean, going off at her. Because she is sworn an oath to that situation. You understand? And it is real. You know what I'm saying? And I'm, you know what I mean? The next couple of episodes is going to be about China. And I'm going to be ripping about China. And then, you know, we're going to be bouncing through different people and different things and just different clips of what's going on in the industry. So yeah, on this channel, it's all about that. If you like the content, keep liking, keep commenting, comment your opinions down below. And also, we'll be going live, and when we go live, I'm going to be talking about this stuff on the live as well. So yeah, I want to keep you all, you know, real. And yeah, but yeah, if you like this thing, come and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yeah, and that's in the link. And just keep yourself blessed, and hope you have a nice day, and yeah, safe, and or a nice night, whatever time you listen to this. Safe. Conspiracy Part 11. This is about Michael Jackson, and the reason why I believe, you know, everyone knows all about the whole child thing, and that's what happened and that, but I believe he didn't do half that stuff. And the reason is this: they have to come up with something. And these things, you know, Michael, he never did half these things that they're claimed, and then he didn't do any of that stuff. You know, he wanted out of the business, he wanted out of the music industry, and the only way to get him was either, the only way they could do it was either, you know, and with the, obviously how he ended up, you know, losing his life at the end, and we all know what happened in that situation where he got the thing in there. But we got to go back. And we got to go back into the beginning and reasons of why this was set in motion for him to pass. But also, yeah. So the next couple episodes will be about Michael Jackson, and I'm gonna bounce in between as well and drop different things in between. But this is solely the new first chapter of the conspiracy of what they got rid of Michael. And the reason I believe they got rid of Michael, what is this, is because he was gonna leave Sony. Half owning Sony, you know, he had already, prior to this, he's getting ready to do his tour, but he was priorly separating his ties with Sony, you know, and he said Tommy Mottola is a bad man. He said he's a bad man, and he was literally had Invincible. They sabotaged the whole album, you know what I'm saying, and literally that album was sabotaged. You know, he did well overseas in the UK, but never well in America as he would, and never did well because he wasn't able to promote it. He had planned to do a lot of things on that album, but they didn't want to do it, certain stuff with it. So he lost all his pretty much. After that, he was like, I'm done, and he left the label. He wanted to leave the label, and when he was ready to leave the label, these things started coming. He got a trial come up, and all these kind of things came up, and I believe it was set in motion. And the reason is this: I'm also the next episode is gonna be about Janet Jackson, and tell you reasons why I believe why she was supposed to have the Grammy this year that Lil Wayne have, but somehow she didn't get it, and it's a long story, and that's a long story in itself. If you like these stories, please comment down below, and yeah, peace out, bye, safe. Conspiracy part 12, people. This is about Janet Jackson. Yes. I wanted to find a nice young picture of Janet, baby. So look, there's the young picture of Janet, baby. Yes, the serious face. Yes, baby. Alright, so let's get into this. I'm gonna go back to the Super Bowl and the Justin Timberlake situation, and the reason is prior to all this situation is we're gonna go back in time because CBS, run things. They run the whole TV market. They run the whole music part of the music industry, part of Sony, part of a lot of stuff. And from that thing, when her the infamous wardrobe malfunction happened on stage with Justin Timberlake, and like Janet moved on, tried to move on, people tried to move on, and it seems like you can't move on. You can't do your things. You can't like even get a award that you were supposed to get this year at the Grammys, and didn't give her that award, so they give it to Lil Wayne instead, being snubbed. And she was being snubbed. They're not happy with the Jacksons at the moment. They don't want the Jacksons to. They want to rewrite history, but they can't rewrite history. You can't rewrite what Michael's done. You can't rewrite what Janet's done for the culture. The Jacksons have done for the culture. You can never rewrite history. So that's why, in a sense, it's a conspiracy. Because in their mind, them saying, nah, we can't have Janet win these Grammys. We can't have her have these Grammys. If she had the Grammy for this achievement of award, I think it was, of the century, yes, of the decade, yes. You know what I mean? She's been in the game longer than Lil Wayne. So how does Lil Wayne win this award? Because he had a pardon from the Trump, and he's in with the Illuminati, in with all of them. So, in a sense, meaning Jenna and them lot, the family, in a sense, they've been pushed out of that. They don't, they don't want to, they don't invite him to the parties and stuff. So that means the Jacksons, in a sense, have been pushed out, but you can't push them out. And AK, once you sign them things to get into the thing, like Janet's a part of it as well. It's hard to get, now they push you out. You got to be careful. Conspiracy part 12 coming up next. Peace and love. Bye. Conspiracy part 13, people. Continuing the Jacksons and continuing with Janet Jackson. And the reason why I'm going to continue with this one is, continuing with this story, is what I've come across. And these things that are out there that, you can all look out there and you check and look back. But yeah, let's go back. Now, we've got to go start from the beginning. Good times. Yes, Janet was a childhood star prior to being a singer, because obviously her dad, Joe, was her manager. And in a sense, Janet, prior to that, she was doing the acting as a kid, and being in the Jackson family, was known to go on and to do them things. But Janet, didn't really want to do the music thing. A lot of people be surprised. Janet didn't want to do music originally, and that wasn't her goal, in life. But her dad said, she wanted to go to college and study entertainment and be like an entertainment lawyer and different people, a lot, and be, behind the scenes. Janet wanted to be behind the scenes, not in front of the scenes. Never wanted to be in the scene, and then it fell into that situation. And this is really like pretty much where everything kind of goes down, because in a sense, the Jacksons had their own, they went off and became Jacksons, and then Michael Jackson become a solo artist. He fired his dad, and Janet was left to basically be the youngest sibling and take the torch, and she had the vocals to do it. So, but by the time she got to control, that's when she took control of her career and her life. And I think, you down in a sense with those things, and then with the Illuminati, at the time in his 80s in the beginning of her career, but when she took control of the career, I think she pretty much, had a control, and she had won Grammys and won and been honored the thing. But when her brother turned against the industry, it affected all the other Jacksons because Michael was the main one, and I think it's been really hard for them and really hard for her to continue her career because you gotta understand that Michael was in with the Illuminati, but they killed him off. But all I can say is this: is that all the Jacksons have to watch themselves, even the coming up Jacksons. Be careful and just this is so madness. Conspiracy Part 13, yeah.
Been coming up with you lately. Cause he's a monster. He's a monster. And I know he's a monster for years. I waited a long time to see if he would grow a conscience. And the more drugs he pumps down his wife's throat to keep her in character. No, girl.
Woo! Conspiracy Part 15. This one's about Jay-Z, and that was a little clip of what Jaguar Wright is saying, and she goes on to say, literally, he's been pumping drugs down his wife. Yes, allegedly, conspiracy, and this is why she don't want anyone to go to a staff. Allegedly, you can't even drink on the tour, can't even do what they would do, like a little drink and have a little thing. It's going to be a regiment and strict kind of situation going on at the tour. But with this accusation that Jaguar Wright saying, whoa, pumping drugs down his wife. That's what she's saying, allegedly. Jaguar Wright, she sang with him at the Unplugged thing back in the days. A good singer. But she's been coming out saying a lot of stuff about a lot of artists. So, people, this is the end of the series. Season 2 will be coming up in the next couple of weeks. But this is the last episode. I hope you all enjoyed the little conspiracy thing. But season 2 will be coming out shortly. Yeah, man. We're gonna be going on to doing some next other kind of videos in between this, but we will jump back to the conspiracy theories. And this is the end of the season, and I want to just finish it with a banger. Here's a clip.
Not my beautiful Beyonce 5. I tell you this right now, y'all talking about free Britney. Y'all need to be doing a campaign that say free Beyonce. Beyonce is free. She is a prisoner in a guilty cage. Oh, God, no.
Conspiracy Part 14. This is about Solange and why she don't really mess with us, my family, my sister, and these days, and why you don't really see her with them a lot in pictures around, because like they used to be out and about a lot of times, but after that fight and whatever, Beyonce at that point realized Solange realized that she had chosen what she had chosen. Beyonce was in, and Solange was like out. If you think, her music career, in a sense, wasn't really like as popular. I mean, she had a bit of being in movies and stuff and doing movie roles, but her career didn't pop off as her sisters at all. later on, like recently, her music is now not a certain level. But there is a reason to all this. And I think you can't have two family members that are going to be big celebrities and stars in a family. AKA, Solange technically has more of a success in a sense and can actually do this thing. But they looked at Beyonce as someone that is the real thing. And Solange is the youngest sibling. So it's so hard for her to do what she has to do, in life. And to be down with all that situation going on in your family. So she didn't like what was happening in that elevator. She had a fight with Jay-Z because the ex was there and she's an industry person. Yes. Messing with other industry people, Jay-Z did. Beyonce has tolerated it most of the time. Rihanna cheated with her, allegedly. And also this woman, which was a white woman, Becky with the good hair. Yes, Lemonade. And that's how Lemonade was made. And since then, Jay-Z had the no totals. And Beyonce's had to rein him in. And that's what she's done. But Solange hasn't really been seen with them as much. So much craziness going on. And her son's grown as well. And also, allegedly, she's a grandmother. Anyhow, people, Spacey Part 14. Alright, peace and love, respect.